country.
Yeah, roots are laid down here, taught to walk the line around here. Gotta be 4x4, born and raised, ain't gonna change. It's in the water, it's in the dust, it's in the songs that make us us. That's who we are, that's how we roll. Little 9 to 5, blowing diesel smoke. Little shotgun rider, just sliding close. Throwback Alabama on the radio. That's how it is and that's how it was. Them small town dads and mamas around here, they raise us up to love country music, girls and trucks. Country music, girls and trucks. Find you one that'll crank both Cephas. Look for one that talks to Jesus. Settle down with the one ain't leaving this ride around. Slow it down, 2-lane town. That's who we are, that's how we roll. Little 9 to 5, blowing diesel smoke. Little shotgun rider, just sliding close. Throwback Alabama on the radio. That's how it is, and that's how it was. Them small town dads and mamas round here, they raise us up to love country music, girls and trucks. Country music, girls and trucks. It's in the water, it's in the dust, it's in the songs that make us us. That's who we are, that's how we roll. Throwback Alabama on the radio. That's how it is and that's how it was. Them small town dads and mamas around here, they raise us up to love country music, girls and trucks. Country music, girls and trucks. That's who we are, that's how it was. Country music, girls and trucks.
Hydration for QX 104 countries provided by Jackson Springs Natural Premium Spring Water. Sourced from an aquifer in southern Manitoba, it's not just processed tap water like some bottled waters are. Taste the difference today. Find out more at jacksonspringswater.com.
Bacon or sausage and egg McMuffin? It's a delicious dilemma. But what if you didn't have to choose? The Mighty McMuffin is back with bacon and sausage. Mighty McMuffin? Mighty impressive. For a limited time at participating McDonald's in Canada.
How can you transform your home without breaking the bank? By cutting out the middleman at Ken's Carpets during their factory cost sale. You pay what they paid on quality flooring like Prodigy. This plant-based, waterproof, and scratch-resistant flooring is just $3.99 a square foot. Select laminate flooring starts at 99 cents a square foot, and there's plenty of other at-cost deals on carpet, ceramic, vinyl plank, and more. Don't miss the factory cost sale at Ken's Carpets, flooring Winnipeg since 1965 at 730 Archibald. Visit kenscarpets.ca.
With mobile stations in the same parking lot where you get your protein, pasta, and produce, aka the groceries, filling the tank when you fill the trunk is more convenient than look. If there's something more convenient than filling up at a mobile station located less than 100 meters from the grocery store where you earn PC Optimum points, it hasn't been invented. Yet. Fuel efficiently. Mobile.
Hi, this is Jeff Appelt from Appelt's Diamonds. When you're ready to propose, why not make it truly Canadian? Our Northern Star bridal line features engagement rings crafted with natural Canadian mined diamonds and gold. These stunning new styles capture the essence of our beautiful country, from the brilliance of our northern skies to the richness of our prairies. Imagine presenting her with a ring that not only symbolizes your commitment, but also tells a uniquely Canadian story. At Appel's Diamonds, we believe your forever deserves a piece of home.
Growing up on a dairy farm taught me to take good care of the land so that the land can take good care of us. So on my farm, we're always looking for new and improved ways to do things. Because we don't just farm for today, we also farm for tomorrow. You see, dairy farming is all about preserving the land water, and air for future generations. And that's why everything we do is all from a good place.
With everyone getting back to school, it's time to think about your next step. A career in insurance may be right for you. Their entry-level course can earn you a Level 1 license and get you working right away. Join a stable and growing industry where you'll be challenged in a fun, fast-paced environment. Whether you're working towards your university degree and searching for a part-time job or looking for a full-time career, the insurance industry has something for you. Visit ibam.mb.ca to start today.
Every single room has recently been renovated, but other things at the Kirkfield Motor Hotel are just the same. Beer! Like the beer store, still there. Please be responsibly. Norm the bartender in Club 3D, he's been there for 40 years. And Frank's Pizza, right near the front door. If you haven't tried it, upgrade to Frank's for the best pizza you've ever had. It's all here at the Kirkfield Motor Hotel, a third-generation family business celebrating over 75 years at 3317 Portage.
Earn 20 times the points Friday and Saturday at Shoppers Drug Mart. Open your PC Optimum app, shop, scan, and earn 30% back in points. Conditions and app.
It's the QX 104 Prairie Ram Event Report.
Steve Earle, Alone Again Tour, August 31st at the Burton Cummings Theater. 35th Annual Teddy Bears Picnic at Assiniboine Park, September 8th. Sam Hunt Locked Up Tour, September 24th at Canada Life Centre. The Dead South at the Burton Cummings Theater, October 20th.
For all the events, go to qx104country.ca. Canada apps. CFQX FM Winnipeg. QX 104 Country.
A little dust on the bottom. My town's smaller than your town, and I got a bigger bugging bass on my wall.
Country lives on QX 3 nights.
Eric Church is one of those artists that it's like, I can't imagine the country music scene without him. He has been such a huge inspiration for so many other artists, but it was tough for him in the beginning. He got a lot of people putting the hand up being like, whoa, I don't get it. This isn't good. We can't buy your stuff. But he stayed the course, and for him, it's been an important thing.
You said that doubt fueled you.
Still does.
Doubt.
I think about that when I play here. This week, I'll think about that. I think it puts a chip on your shoulder that I think is okay. I think all the greatest athletes will tell you that had to be there. So I think that still is something that I carry with me.
And is it something where you want to prove everybody wrong?
Yeah, I also think it's proof for the people that are coming to town. It's also a little bit of a thing of like, hey, don't let those things be a wall. That when somebody does that, right? That's not the wall. You can let that be fuel to get over, under, around, or through that wall. And I think that's something my story's not uncommon in that.
QX 104 Country.
Bought a little land, had to have a barn, landed me a woman with horses in her heart. True what they say, grass is greener on a farm. It'll make a long day worth it. The sun goes down and it's colder, so yeah, the closer I hold her. And where it's going, it's moonshine clear. Shooting stars out the sky, talking a hood hot night. The kind that can only happen out here. When a bonfire flicker and a red solo sipper catch a helito on the Luke Casey. Out here we bump a little straight, make an acre shake, roll up and get a backwood blazing. Honey so thick and make a weekend slower. Beer's better on a John Deere mower. Static automatic music to my ears. Wouldn't have it any.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the legendary Victory Lane Speedway. It's our final Thursday Night Thunder of the season. Thank you all for being here. We've got a great night of racing ahead of us. Duncan's here with me in the broadcast booth. Duncan, what's coming up on the schedule tonight?
Hey, Wells, and hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday Night Thunder. All classes race tonight. We got Wasota late models. We got the modifieds, the Midwest mods, the street stocks, pure stocks, super trucks, and the ever popular, the legendary 4 cylinders tonight. Some of my faves, actually. Actually, you know what? It's a big night tonight for these drivers. All Wissota track champions. All Wissota track champions will be determined after tonight's races. And that's all, that's as per Wissota rules, the way they do things. We also have our own champions here at Victory Lane Speedway. We have 2 more races this year. One's coming up on the 21st of September. It's a Saturday. Another one on the 28th of September. That's also a Saturday, both at 5 p.m. Hot laps at 4:30 on those race dates. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster or buy them here. Check out the website, victorylanespeedway.ca. And, of course, our Victory Lane Speedway champions, our own champions, will be determined after those races, that one race event on the 28th. Wells? And I want to mention, we're presented by Roll Global Networks is our big sponsor tonight. And, of course, we got appraisalpro.ca. That's appraisalpro.ca. Classics, collectibles, and muscle cars. That's where they do the weigh-ins after every race, right in front of you here, right in front of the stands, right in front of Carl, who does the flags for us. Appraisalpro.ca, your classics, collectibles, and muscle cars. If you need yours appraised, make sure to check them out.
Thank you, Duncan. All right, folks, we're just waiting on, we had some challenges with the parking lot and stuff, just waiting on a few more of you to make your way in here. Then we'll get things underway with the anthems. That'll be coming up pretty shortly from what I hear. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you now please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner and O Canada.
All right.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Your featured drivers there were Michael Kopp and Tom Wientz with the American flag and Canadian flag, respectively. Coming up, folks, it's the first of 2 pure stock races. Duncan, you want to run through the starting lineup for our first heat race coming up for the pure stocks?
Okay, we go. Heat number 1. Once again, no hot laps tonight. Right to the action. We got the pure stocks going. 16 entries in total. The first heat, we got row number 1, Owen Anderson. On the inside, number 40, number 45, Jeff Kopp on the outside, row 1. Row number 2, Gary Felis, number 56 from McDonald, Manitoba. Sean Weeb on the outside, number 53. Number 91, row 3 on the inside. Morgan McDonald from Mitchell. Got the number 5, the 5F, you might want to call it. Tyler Fair from Rosengart, Manitoba. Plus row number 4. Your 17 car, number 17K, Caden Labute from Winnipeg. And number 13 on the outside, row number 4, Tommy Weens from Grunthal, Manitoba. That's your pure stocks. Getting ready to roll at Victory Lane Speedway. You know, luckily enough, it actually cleared up. We call it Thursday Night Thunder. Every Thursday Night Thunder cleared up here in Winnipeg. And the sky's not shaking. The sky's not shaking, but the ground and the stands will be.
That's for sure, Duncan. All right, as Carl looks over these pure stock cars, and we are going green. 8 laps to go here in your first heat race of the night for the pure stocks. After 1, Owen Anderson holding on to the lead, but for how long as Jeff Kopp right behind him along with the number 56. That's Gary Felis. 1, 2, and 3, Anderson, Felis, and Kopp, at least for the moment, as they head into turn number 3.
Got a nice race for first, second, and third. Running fourth right now is number 91, Morgan McDonald from Mitchell, Manitoba.
Gary Felis getting a bit sideways there in turn number 4. That costs him some ground. As a result, now firmly in number 2, in second place, I should say, Jeff Kopp in that 45 car, but he's got some catching up to do. Owen Anderson losing him after the corner.
You know, it almost looks like that number 53 car. Sean Weeb's going to lose his, might lose his hood.
Oh dear, I didn't notice that, but yeah, that's a good point. Folks, keep an eye on that number 53 car. Look at coming out of turn number 4 right now. That hood holding on for dear life. Let's see how long it can hold on, as he's got 4 laps left. Let's see if those hood latches, let's see how reliable they are.
You know, we got this race for fourth place happening right now. I know fourth doesn't count, but it's a good race. You can watch the whole track. There's races going on no matter what position you're in.
Carl, the flag man, holds those 2 rolled up flags. That means 2 laps to go. Or you can look at the scoreboard there. The lineup board, I should say, between turns 1 and 2. Anderson looking good in the lead right now. Good battle for second going on between Kopp and Felis. Now Carl the flagman brings out the white flag for that white car, Owen Anderson. Gary Felis looking to make a move here as Owen Anderson goes high. All right, let's hear it for your heat race winner. That's Owen Anderson in the number 40.
We got your number 56 car. Is that Gary, right? Gary Felis from McDonald, Manitoba came in second, ran second on that one. Your number 45 car came in third, Jeff Kopp from Oakbank, Manitoba. If you're wondering where these cars are placed throughout the race, as well as mentioned, we got that lineup board just to the right of you if you're facing the track, which you are. We always keep track of the lineup board. For one, my eyesight is terrible. So without the lineup board, I'd be lost sometimes.
And folks, as you can see, the top 3 finishers after each heat race head to the appraisalpro.ca scale just to make sure they make the minimum weight limit. In our features later on, you'll notice the top 5 all hit the scale. If they get the thumbs up or the green light, that means they are confirmed as either the winner or wherever they happen to place in the race. All right, folks, coming up next, it's the second heat race for our pure stock division. Here's your scheduled starting lineup for that one. On the pole in the number 69, Nick Krause out of St. Adolphe. Outside of him, Jesse Pedersen in the 80 out of Piney, Manitoba. Row number 2 on the inside is the 07 HD. That's driven by Stan Duick out of New Bothwell. Outside of him is Justin Krause in the 207 out of Richer. Row number 3 on the inside, Sean Corlett out of Brunkill driving the 34 car. Outside of him, Greg Blonsky in the 00 out of St. Andrews. Row number 4 on the inside, Michael Kopp in the 46 out of Oakbank. And outside of him, Lucas Gomez in the 08 out of Winnipeg. And we are going green. I've got some good timing, Duncan. Look at that.
Nice. Hey, this track's in great shape tonight. You know, with that amount of rain we had overnight and throughout most of the day till about 1 o'clock this afternoon, this track's looking really tight.
After 1.5, we've got a shakeup in your top 3. Suddenly, Stan Duick in the lead, followed by the 69 of Nick Krause, and Jesse Peterson in the 80 in third right now, heading into turn number 4. I see Carl waving that yellow flag, but I'm not sure what caused the caution at the moment. Perhaps some debris on the track. Oh, someone left the track.
Yeah, you know what? I missed it as well. Oh, there you go. Here it comes.
That. All right.
Nice driving. Hey, that's nice driving.
Yeah, it didn't even need the push truck. Good job, Michael Kopp in that 46.
And, of course, avoided the lagoon, which is fantastic. So I've got to mention, anytime we have a caution, there's a lot of things that make this place roll every week. We have our crack staff up here in the building. What do you want to call this? The building? What is this thing? The broadcast building, I guess? The officiating booth? Whatever you want to call it. They have, all the drivers have headphones. And we have staff here that tells the drivers which place they got to be in before the race starts again. And they got to move to the correct position that we ask them to be in, and when it's all good to go, we get a green flag, which it looks like it's going to happen in, one more? One more?
I see Carl with that rolled up green flag. Meaning one more go around and he'll wave that green flag. 6 laps to go. Stan Duick looked good, looked like he was going to break away from the rest of the pack. I was paying so much attention to him, I didn't even see Michael Kopp leave the track entirely, but can't fault me too much for that one, eh, Duncan? Please make me feel better.
No. I mean, you can only watch, so many parts of the track at once, Wells. But I see his tracks actually going off the track there in turn number 4. So maybe it's slick. Hey, maybe it's slick because of all that rain.
I could believe it, yeah.
We'll have to talk to one of the drivers after these races.
Meanwhile, Carl waves that green flag back to green. 6 laps to go here in the second pure stock heat race. Four and a half to go. Your top 3 right now are Duick, Kraus, and Peterson.
It's Polonsky in your 00 from St. Andrews, fighting for 3rd spot. Glad it's not too windy for Carl, the flag guy, tonight.
Yeah, he's dealing with wind, but so far, at least, not too much dust coming in his face. I might have jinxed him, though. Maybe the wind will change direction pretty soon here.
No, you shouldn't get too much dust tonight. You shouldn't. I actually expected more mud to be flying, but they took care of this track really, really well throughout the day today.
Yeah, this track looks in great shape. It's coming past Carl. Stan Duick in 07 HD, 2 laps to go. This is his race to lose. Second place right now, Justin Kraus, followed by Jesse Peterson in the 80. And don't forget Greg Blonsky in the 00 just behind Peterson.
One to go.
Oh, man. Luckily, he managed to avoid that. Let's hear it for your heat race winner, Stan Duick. He had to dodge some traffic there. The 08, Lucas Gomez, spinning out. Stan Duick didn't have an easy path to victory, but he manages to swerve around. He had to keep his head on a swivel there. Man, things can change so quick on this track, and Stan Duick able to adapt and overcome, hold on to that lead, and he won this heat race.
Yeah, you notice he had that checkered flag and the yellow flag at the same time, which means, okay, the race is done. But watch out. There's still problems on the track, so if you're going to go around one more time, don't run into anybody, you know?
And now we have Duick on the appraisalpro.ca scale. And he's got the green light. He is confirmed as your heat race winner here for the second heat race in the pure stock division.
Yeah, I don't know how many days till, should I say the word, Christmas? I saw something online the other day. I think there was like 61 days. Well, it doesn't matter. I don't even want to talk about it at this point. But you might want to think about it when it comes down to your gift vouchers. We sell gift vouchers for Victory Lane Speedway, Highway 75, just south of Winnipeg. You made it here, so you know where it is. They're available for $10 denominations, I believe, $30 denominations as well. And they can be used for absolutely anything here at the track. So visit victorylanespeedway.ca for your gift of speed.
Thank you, Duncan. All right, folks, coming up right now on the track, it's your street stock heat race. Only one heat race in this division tonight. Here's your starting lineup. On the pole in the 07 HD, Austin Duick out of New Bothwell, Manitoba. Outside of him, Catherine Stein, the 25, out of Kaministiquia, Ontario. Row number 2 on the inside in the 62 car, Jason Bronk out of West St. Paul. Outside of him, Lindsay DeRoche in the 14 out of Winnipeg. And in row number 3 in the 96W, Darren Wolframe out of Thunder Bay. And outside of him, Trey Hess out of Grand Forks, North Dakota in the 4. And we are going green, 8 laps to go here in your street stock heat race.
I like watching the street stocks, you know. They actually look like a stock car. They're the most stock appealing type of car on the track, usually here on a weekly basis. Racing under the Wasota banner. I don't know, what are they, like Monte Carlos, Grand Prix, perhaps? 70s and 80s style?
Monte Carlo feels right. What a change we've had, folks. Just like that, after 1.5, Trey Hess went from last place to battling for the lead. He's coming up on Jason Bronk as he heads into turn number 3.
Yeah, this race for third is looking pretty good right now, coming around turn number 4. Your number 14 car running third, that Lindsay from Winnipeg, DeRochier.
Jason Bronk will have to hold off Trey Hess, and that won't help, making a crucial mistake at the top of turn number 4, giving Trey Hess the lead now with 4 to go, half the race over. And if you give Trey Hess the lead like that, good luck getting it back.
Oh, we got a bit of a burnout just before turn 4.
Catherine Stein, the 25, doing a 360, and we managed to avoid the caution flag. Meanwhile, on the back straight, heading into turn 3 right now, Trey Hess in the 4 and Jason Bronk in the 62. They have distanced themselves from the rest of the pack. 2 to go.
Yeah, you know, that was some nice driving from Catherine Stye, running last right now, but she avoided that white flag for everybody, so that's fantastic. No, the yellow, rather, the yellow.
It's okay, we have the white flag now. That's why the white flag was on your mind. Half a lap to go now for Trey Hess. All right, folks, as he comes out at turn number 4, let's hear it for your heat race winner, Trey Hess, out of Grand Forks, North Dakota.
Nice.
Yeah, Jason Bronk coming in second place.
And Lindsay DeRochier, your number 14 car in third.
Did Lindsay make it past, or did she spin out right here?
Oh,
looks like it might have been
your number 7 car.
Austin Dewick finishing in third. Somehow Lindsay spun out here in front of us.
See, that's the thing.
Not sure what happened there.
I mean, even though it's right in front of us, I didn't even see that happening.
Me neither. That's all good. Meanwhile, Trey Hess was just confirmed as the heat race winner for Street Stock. He was trailing behind Jason Bronk with about 6 to go, I believe. At the top of turn number 4, Jason Bronk went a bit too wide. It got a bit squirrely on him, and if you make a mistake, Trey Hess is going to capitalize on it, and that led to Hess getting the win there.
Nice to see QX 104 Country on hand tonight as your radio sponsor for Victory Lane, along with 94.3 Now Radio. I saw the QX, what do you want to call it? Tent? Saw the tent and the vehicle as we're walking up the hill, smelling those great aromas, those beautiful smelling fries, and the hamburgers and the pierogies and the taco in a bag and everything else they have for sale at the concession stands. Might want to go eat something if you're hungry. The food is fantastic here. And, of course, Bud Light, one of the major sponsors. They taste usually pretty good as well.
Lindsay DeRochier getting a hand, getting off the track. Coming up next, folks, it's the first of 3 heat races for our Midwest Mod division. Here's the scheduled starting lineup for the first one. On the pole in the 20, Nick Audette out of St. Adolphe. Outside of him, Victoria Stutsky in the 24 out of St. Andrews. Row number 2 on the inside is the 4H the 4 Hall, I believe, driven by Grant Hall out of Brandon, Manitoba. I haven't seen Grant here before, so that's going to be interesting to see his car. Outside of him, Ted Dell in the 95 out of Carmen. Row number 3 on the inside, Carter Veenendahl in the 83X out of Carmen. Outside of him, Dylan McCoggan in the 77X out of St. Francois Xavier. And last but not least is Lance Ralph in row number 4 in the 54 car.
Nice. The racing is nonstop tonight.
Carl looks them over, and we are going green. 8 laps to go here in the first of 3 heat races for Midwest Mods. Victoria Stutzky goes high, but maintains the lead. 1 down, 7 to go for Victoria. Heading to the back straightaway, your leader at the moment, Victoria Stutzky, followed by the 20 of Nick Audette, and in third position, I believe that's the 95, driven by Ted Dell. Yes, it is. Ted Dell in third at the moment.
Yeah, your number 77 car from St. Francis Xavier, Dylan McCoggan, is on his tail. I think he's going to pull up into third before we coming around the straight here at the front.
It just happened. Your new third place driver, Dylan McCoggan in the 77X. Some good driving here.
Yeah, you saw the 77 take that high bank. They seem to get a lot of traction at times on the high banks, and that's what you shoot for.
Meanwhile, Victoria Stutzky going very high into these corners, but it's paying off for her. She's getting a lot of speed into the straightaways. Stutzky holding on to the lead, followed by Audette in the 20. And in third place, Dylan McCoggan, one of our most consistent drivers here in Midwest Mods at Victory Lane Speedway. Meanwhile, on the back straightaway, Lance Ralph in the 54. He was a late addition to this heat race. Unfortunately, he looks to be having mechanical issues with that car, pulling to the infield behind the water truck for the moment. Meanwhile, Stutzky gets the white flag. Let's see if she can hold on.
Yeah, running first, second, and third is spread out nicely. I'm sure it's going to end up the way it looks right now, going down the back stretch.
All right, folks, as she comes around turn number 4, let's hear it for your heat race winner, Victoria Stutzky.
Nice. We had Stutzky in first, your number 24 car. Ran second that time, was your number 20 car in second place, Nick Audette. And your number 77 car came in third, Dylan McCoggan from St. Francis. Heading to the appraisalpro.ca weigh scale right now. Classics, collectibles, muscle cars. To get yours appraised, check them out.
Lance Ralph, he had mechanical problems. He might be getting weighed as well. Not sure exactly the reason for that.
Once again, Roll Global. Oh, sorry about that, Wells.
My mistake. Ralph is still behind the water truck. I don't know who this. There were, I believe, 4 cars here came to get weighed. Yeah, I don't know why we had 4 come to get weighed. Typically, it's the top 3 that get weighed, but I digress. Go ahead.
No, hey, you're making a good point. I'm not too sure either. What I do know is that Roll Global Networks, they're a telecommunications company. They're the major sponsor tonight for Victory Lane Speedway. Very nice of them. Thank you very much. I'm going to mention a couple other sponsors, if that's all right. I had them in front of me here somewhere. I'll just read off the boards. Turk Enterprises, McNaught Cadillac. Wasota, of course, always, every week. Brazier, and a few more. You know what? I also want to mention what's coming up here next. Do you mind if I do this one? Okay, we got heat number 2, Midwest Modifieds. Row number 1, your 4 BJR car, Hunter Besson from East St. Paul. On the outside of that, number 44, Austin Hunter from Winnipeg. Glenn Manning. Row number 2 on the inside, your number 15 car, your number 7 HD car. Jesse McCuskey from New Bothwell, Manitoba. It's your 07 HD running second, row 2. On the outside, your number 88 car, row number 3, Paul Viert. Another Winnipeg guy in your 24 JR vehicle, Rebecca Stutsky from St. Andrews. Your Midwest Mods. Once again, we run late in September this year. A couple of rain dates to make up, which is fantastic. The racing won't stop here. We got to miss a couple of Thursdays. Your next couple of races are Saturdays in the afternoon, 5 p.m. start time. Hot laps at 4:30. That's September 21st and September 28th. Those 2 weekends consecutively, Saturdays here at Victory Lane. For your tickets, visit Ticketmaster, of course. Listen to Wynnum on your radio station sponsors, QX 104 and 94.3 Now Radio, and or check out the website, victorylanespeedway.ca.
Yeah, Lance Ralph, his night might be over as he is getting towed right behind that water truck right now. We might wait for Ralph to get back to the pits before starting with this next heat race, but I could be wrong. Let's see what happens here.
You know, with those late race dates, end of September, the weather might be a little bit chillier than today. Even though it's a low at 12 tonight, it's going down to 12 or 11
really?
tonight.
12,
yeah.
oh man.
But
Should have brought a sweater.
I'm going to tie this in nicely. We got the Shirt Shack here on hand. And at the Shirt Shack, they have those lovely, those coveted Victory Lane Speedway freezer jackets. You might want to sport one of those on the 28th of September here in the stands. Of course, they got T-shirts, they got hats and everything else. Lots for sale, lots of stuff there for the kids as well. Prices are great. Check out the Shirt Shack. It's right when you walk up the hill. And get some stock for yourselves.
All right, folks, Carl eyes these Midwest Mods over, and we are going green. 8 to go here in this heat race. He just overtook Besson for the lead, actually, out of turn number 4. Good driving by Austin Hunter. Glenn Manning in 3rd place, but he might not stay there for long. Glenn Manning, a fierce competitor here on the track. Coming to the back straight, Besson not letting Hunter have that lead easily. Getting right on him as they get into turn number 3. Hunter goes high as Besson goes low, and for the moment, Besson has it. Man, what a great battle we've got here for the lead. Looks like Hunter hit some bumps between turns 1 and 2. They're losing ground to Besson. I love this back and forth battle for the lead, Duncan. Yeah, Besson in the 4B junior car looking good in those corners. Austin Hunter had some rough corners, hitting some ruts perhaps, losing a lot of ground now. Besson clearly out in the lead. Now the 44 of Austin Hunter being challenged by Glenn Manning. So let's see, the top three could get shaken up here. 1 lap to go as Carl brings out the white flag. All right, folks, as he comes out at turn number 4, let's hear it for your heat race winner, Hunter Besson. Yeah, did we have a caution that race? I don't think so. Yeah. Now we'll ask Besson, Hunter, and Manning all to head to the appraisalpro.ca scale just to make sure they made the minimum weight here. At one moment, Hunter overtook Besson for the lead. Looked like he was going to run away with it, but then had some rough corners. Besson managed to get the better of those corners, and he got the lead, and he didn't let it go.
I want to mention.
All right, folks, coming up next, it's the third and final heat race for the Midwest Mods division. Here's your scheduled starting lineup as they come onto the track. On the pole, the 08 driven by Frank Viert out of Winnipeg. Outside of him, Brandon Rehill in the 4B out of St. Andrews. Row number 2 on the inside, the 72 driven by Rudy Peters out of Selkirk. Outside of him, Austin Overwater in the 33A out of Winnipeg. And row number 3, Brendan Lashinsky in the 16 out of Winnipeg on the inside. Outside of him, Braxton Roll in the 24X out of Headingley. And Frank Viert looking good out of turns 1 and 2 as they get to the back straightaway, but right behind him, Brandon Rehill, and this race won't end until Brandon Rehill has some say on it. That's what a tight battle for third. In the mix there is a 72 Rudy Peters, Austin Overwater, and Brendan Lashinsky all battling for third at the moment. But all three of them going to have a tough time catching up to Frank Viert if he keeps racing like this. He looks to be extending his lead over Rehill and the rest of the field. Coming up underneath Lashinsky, Rudy Peters in that 72 car. Let's see who gets the better of this. It's Lashinsky for now. But let's see how long he can hold off Peters. Peters coming up inside Lashinsky in the back straight. Gets off the gas as Peters goes low while Lashinsky goes high. Looked like he ran up on the corner there, almost getting side by side with Lashinsky. Two laps to go for Frank Viert, firmly in the lead, but I am really enjoying this battle for third place between Lashinsky. Meanwhile, Austin Overwater, goes over the track. Might have gotten close to hitting the fence near the parking lot. Oh my word. I hope he didn't hit mine. Yeah, after that incident, flying off the track, you don't see many drivers go off the track at that high speed. Overwater's car looking a bit worse for wear, so he'll head to the pits. Maybe we'll see him later, hopefully. Perhaps something to watch for the features later, definitely. And folks, you might see we brought out that pylon. When we have 5 or less laps to go in any of the races here tonight, we bring out the pylon. That means when we get back to action, a single file restart, no one can pass until they get past that pylon here in the middle of the front straight. Three to go here in this heat race. Frank Veert looking good into the back straightaway, followed by Brandon Rehill in the 4B. Rudy Peters in third for now, being challenged by Lashinsky. Veert looking good in first, Rehill in second, and the battle for third continuing here between Lashinsky and Peters. Meanwhile, let's hear it for your heat race winner, Frank Veert, in the 08 out of Winnipeg.
Running second.
Thank you, Duncan. All right, coming up next, folks, it's the one and only heat race for the Super Trucks here tonight. Here's your scheduled starting lineup for that one. On the pole in the 20 truck, Mercedes Kraus out of St. Adolphe. Outside of Mercedes is Rob Reese in the 44 out of Minnedosa. Row number 2 on the inside is the 71 truck driven by Nico Voss out of Sardo. Outside of him, Jerry Poirier in the 5 out of St. Adolphe. Row number 3 on the inside is the 38 truck driven by Dan Klim out of Dugald. Outside of him is the number 2 driven by Chris Audette out of St. Adolphe. Row number 4 on the inside, watch out for this guy. He just won the King of the Corn race this past Saturday at Dead Horse Creek Speedway. Might sound like I'm totally making that up, but I was there to witness it, Duncan.
Where was that?
Morden, Manitoba. Beautiful Morden, Manitoba for the Corn and Apple Festival. Anyway, outside of him, Luc Poirier in the 53L out of St. Adolphe, Manitoba.
King of the corn. I would love to be crowned that. Matter of fact, on your way. Beautiful cornfield there on the left.
Yeah.
Free corn. Just don't say you came from here.
Do you know why we have all of these Victory Lane vehicles on the track at the moment? I haven't seen this before, Duncan. Perhaps evaluating the track, checking for something? I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, turn number 4, that'll be the corner to watch. As the push truck goes by there right now, we've had 2 cars go up and over so far. Hopefully we don't have too many more, because that last one is honestly pretty scary. Overwater going over that at a pretty high rate of speed. Looks to be a late addition here to the field. I believe that's Luc Poirier in the 53L behind the tow truck in the back straight at the moment. Or maybe some of our officials here wanted a piece of the racing action. They figured Super Trucks was a good place to jump in. Who knows?
Now, you know, I was just talking, but I think my mic was off. I was mentioning the 50-50. And if you didn't hear me, I'm going to mention it again. 50-50 tonight, adult and teen challenge, good cause. Don't forget to pick up your 50-50 tickets, win some cash tonight, and help support adult and teen challenge. All right, well, I had to ask the professionals, Wells. I asked the professionals. And you know what?
What's going on?
What they're doing is packing the track. Okay, I haven't seen this before, and neither have you, but they're packing the track. They're getting all the little bumps out. They're sort of smoothing things over for these drivers tonight in the Super Trucks. So a little pause in the action as we pack the track. Might be a good time to go check out the beverage stand, if you wish.
All right, folks, along with packing the track, we also just got word they found a piece of metal there between turns 1 and 2. So, piece of metal, obviously not good for the tires. We're going to clean that up before we get back to action.
Okay, let's hear it for the crack staff. Driving around this track, making the track safe for all the racers and enjoyable for all the spectators. Once again, thanks a lot for coming out to Victory Lane Speedway. We couldn't do this without you. 2 more races this year. Ticketmaster for your tickets.
We might be going back to green here as these trucks get into turn number 3, packed together. Yes, we are. 8 to go here in the Super Truck Heat Race. I believe I saw a piece of plastic flying at towards the end of the front straightaway. Ooh, Dan Klim going high, getting sideways. We have contact. Turn 4. Oh, you don't like to see that. That's literally half the field involved in that crash here between turns 3 and 4.
You know, I got to tell you, throughout the weeks here at the Speedway, we haven't seen too many big accidents. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm grateful.
Grateful
that these are a pretty rare occurrence to see multiple vehicle collision like this involved there. Dan Klim in the 38, the 20, driven by Mercedes Kraus. And Dan Klim driving right in front of you right now. That truck heading right to the pits, I can only assume.
I love the way these trucks sound, you know? The sound of the Speedway. The sound. And believe it or not, like, the smell even. Like, you don't want to call it a...
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that? The aroma of the Speedway.
If you like this sound, Duncan, just stick around for the A-mods coming up or the late models after that. But yes, these trucks sound pretty fine.
No, they do. They do. Speaking of the sound of these vehicles, of the super trucks, the rules, the WISSOTA rules mandates a maximum of 360, that's 360 cubic inches in the super stock division. And they're limited to like I believe it's a 2-barrel carb. There's rules, for every class. But they got to make it that way. Different rules for different classes. If you're really interested in the racing, you got to check out the WISSOTA. That's WISSOTA website. They'll give you a lot of information about the history that goes on with racing. As mentioned, 51 years here in Winnipeg at this track. It's not Winnipeg. Where are we?
St. Adolphe.
St.
It's right
Adolphe.
across the road from here.
Yeah.
So you're telling me there's a method to this madness we got going on?
Yeah, there is a method to this madness.
Oh, yeah. Mercedes Kraus and that 20 truck getting hauled into the infield with that tow truck. Yeah. That truck probably done for the night, but let's see. We might see it later on for the Super Trucks feature, depending on the action that can happen in these pits. I'll tell you what, these pit crews here at Victory Lane for our racers, we got crack staffs from top to bottom. That's Chris Audette, his truck there in the middle of turn number 4 right now. I wasn't sure he was involved in that crash, but perhaps he might have been. We'll see if he can get his truck back up and running here. 8 laps to go as we'll do a full restart here in this heat race. We didn't get credit for a full lap, so we'll have all 8 laps to go yet. Oh, my mistake. Chris Audette was just waiting for the rest of the field. I didn't think he was involved in that crash, and I was right.
Yeah, I guess he had to get back in his spot. Once again, we have our staff talking to these drivers every race, not only the trucks, but every class. They all wear headphones, headsets. We can talk to them, but they can't answer back. Sometimes it's a good thing, I'd say. Maybe. Wells, those fries you're eating right now. Oh, they smell fantastic.
Want some?
Fries and gravy? No, I'll pass right now. That's great.
Meanwhile, we got action coming up right here. Duncan Carl looks these trucks over. Back to green. 8 to go here in the Super Truck feature. You know, you could have asked for the fries yourself.
Yeah, I got a burger. The food here is great. You got to try the tacos in a bag as well.
No surprise here, the battle for the lead down between number 2, Chris Audette, and number 44, Rob Reese, 2 of our fiercest competitors here in Super Trucks.
Yeah, popular names here at the track. You hear them a lot, placing. Spread out nicely going around turn number 3, I guess, right now. First, second, and third. The race is for 4th as we see it happening.
I believe that's between Nico Voss and Hayden Audette. I just saw Hayden win a race in Morden. He liked that track a little more than this one, apparently. Now he's in 5th place for the moment. Let's see if he can make up some ground with 4.5 to go.
I mean, it's a completely different track, eh, in Morden? What's happening with the number 5 truck here right now? That's Jerry Poirier from St. Adolphe. What's happening? We got a yellow.
No idea. We can only speculate at this point. Perhaps we'll get some official word soon.
Yeah, it looks like that number 5 truck might even need a push out of here, maybe.
All right, Jerry Poirier's truck getting pushed off. Looks like we're getting back to racing action here very shortly as we have the pylon out. Single file restart going to happen. Might happen right now as Carl has that green flag in hand, and yes, it is. We are going back to green. 4 to go here in the Super Truck. I was going to say feature. Don't get ahead of yourself, Wells. The Super Truck Heat Race. Chris Audette looking fine in that number 2 Dynasty Bathrooms truck as he gets into turn number 3. Rob Reese in the 44 truck behind him. Nico Voss in third for the moment, but being challenged by the 27 driven by Hayden Audette.
The number 53 truck, Luc Poirier, doing his best.
Chris Audette gets that white flag.
1 lap to go on the white.
All right, folks, coming out of turn number 4, let's hear it for your Super Truck Heat Race winner, Chris Audette.
Rob Reese in second spot for that heat. Nico Voss, that's Nico Voss, your number 71 truck, placing third. As they pull up to the appraisalpro.ca scale to get weighed in. You got to pass that. If you don't pass the weigh-in, you don't place. A lot of rules. Certain weights, certain size engines, carburetors, tires, etc.
All right, folks, coming up next, it's the first of 2 heat races for the A-Mod division here at Victory Lane. Here's your scheduled starting lineup for the first heat. On the pole, the 18P, driven by Tevin Paluco out of Tyndall, Manitoba. Outside of him, Justin Bronk in the 92 out of West St. Paul. Row number 2 on the inside, Brendan Lashinsky in the 16. Outside of him, Ward Emery in the 10W car out of Winnipeg. And last but certainly not least, with many, many feature wins under his belt, Rick Delane in the 1R out of Stony Mountain. Look out for Rick Delane at the back of the pack in this race to start, but he won't stay there for long. All right, Carl, the man of the people, the flag man, getting these A-Mods lined up. And we are going green. 8 laps to go here in the A-Mod feature, the first A-Mod heat race.
Yeah, these guys are running tight, coming down the front stretch. Ooh,
someone clipped the tire there on the inside of turn number 1. Let's see. That could bring out the caution.
Yeah, that tire out like that usually calls for a caution. You can see that, as you mentioned, turn number 1.
See, maybe we're the only ones that have noticed, Duncan. I'm not sure. Or perhaps it's not as big a deal as we're making. I don't know. But I've seen cautions for lesser things, that's for sure.
When it comes down to the tires, absolutely. If you can all see what we're talking about there on turn number 1, the tires sort of out of place.
Justin Bronk coming into the back straight, holding off Ward Emery for the lead for now. Meanwhile, look at that, just like that. Rick Delane now in third place. He started this race in fifth at the back of the pack.
Down the back stretch, from what I understand, you can see it's your number 92 car, correct?
Yep,
Justin Bronk running first.
And it appears we're just going to let them race here. But if someone hits that tire again, caution's coming out for sure.
We got a race for third right now going down the back stretch. 01 car, Rick Delane from Stony Mountain in third spot right now.
Great battle all race long between Justin Bronk and Ward Emery for the lead. This one's going to come down to the wire. 1 lap to go as this battle continues. Here we go, Emery making a play for the lead. Will it work? Folks, let's hear it for your heat race winner, Justin Bronk in the 92 out of West St. Paul.
Ward Emery in your 10 car, second spot. And in the 01, of course, as it was, Rick Delane started what? Last, came in third. Nice race for the modifieds. Heat number 2. Coming up right away, row number 1, number 88 on the inside, Tanner Williamson from Fort Francis, Ontario. Your 32C car on the outside, row 1. Curtis Day, Sean Tayunis, number 39 car, row number 2 on the inside. Tony Casey, your 12 car on the outside, again, row number 2. And from St. Andrews, row 3, your 4B car, Brandon Rehill. Wasota Modifieds, 10 entries in total tonight. Late models coming up yet. Victory Lane Speedway, Central Canada's largest 4/10 of a mile high banked dirt track oval. Nice to be here for the last Thursday Night Thunder of the season. We have 2 more. Once again, we got 2 more races this year coming up. Both Saturday features, which is fantastic. The 21st and the 28th. Nice and early start, 5 p.m. Start time for the races, hot laps at 4:30. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster, of course. Victory Lane Speedway. Affordable family entertainment for sure.
All right, Carl gets them lined up. They're getting a little eager. We're going to let it roll here. They clearly hit the gas before Carl waved that flag, but we're going to let it roll. Man, all right. It's the Wild West out here, Duncan. What is going on here?
Yeah, anything goes at the Speedway some nights.
Tell you what, Tanner Williamson in the 88 looks like his car, at least for the moment, is the fastest on the track as he distances himself from the rest of the field.
Got your number 39 car from Stony Mountain, Sean Tayunis, running third right now. The McDonald's car, we'll call it, in fourth spot. to number 32 car, Curtis Deep.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Curtis Stye how he got that McDonald's sponsorship. Look at this. Tanner Williamson will have an entire straightaway lead over the rest of the field. Sean Tunis in second. Tony Casey in third. But this looks to be Tanner Williamson's race to lose, as he's got about 2.5 to go here now. I love this, Duncan. Drivers I've never seen on this track coming out here for the first time. I'm seeing them dominating. Absolutely.
Like Williamson here, the number 88
Exactly.
car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He certainly has this track under control. You can tell he's riding high on the banks, getting some good traction coming around the turns.
Nearly has half a lap lead over the next place car. Sean Tunis in the 39. Meanwhile, folks, here he comes. Let's hear it for your heat race winner, blazing across this track, Tanner Williamson in the 88.
The number 39 car came in second place, as you can see. To the right, want to call it the leaderboard, I guess. Or the lineup board, your car numbers and positions. Who was in third there? I missed it.
Tony Casey. It looks like Tony Casey in the 12. But I'll tell you what, man. Tanner Williamson in the 88, he made that look easy. He is a car to watch later on for the A-Mod feature, that's for sure. If he drives this quick in the feature, that's, whew, he is my favorite to win that for sure, absolutely.
Well, you're calling that pretty easy. You just saw him blow away the rest of the track if you're calling that one as a winner, for sure. Nice. You going to bet on that? I would.
I'm not quite ready to put my money where my mouth is.
You know, feeling the weather, how it is right now, I got to mention something to you again at the Shirt Shack. We got your Victory Lane Speedway freezer jackets, your lap blankets, your hoodies even. Perfect. And if you don't want them for today, I mean, you might want to buy a gift for the next, well, we'll say birthday or Christmas coming up, or come here in style late September for the last 2 races of the year. Check out the Shirt Shack for all your warm clothing tonight.
Coming
I
up.
wore a t-shirt and shorts. I'm going to freeze out there doing the interviews later.
Yeah, good luck, man. All right, on the track now, folks, it's the late model heat race. We're going to go to green right away, so I'll let this go to green, and then I'll say the names afterwards, and you won't hear me. So let's enjoy that. '57, driven by Kevin Sexton out of Lorette. The 71F of Leo Felis out of Headingley. Shane Holden is driving the 11 out of Navan, Manitoba. Scott Greer in the 5G out of Winnipeg. And Brent Stagg in the 7S out of Lorette West, Manitoba. Leo Felis clearly having issues with his car. I'm assuming he'll head to the pits. And just like that, we are down 1 late model now. 4 cars remain.
Listen to the sound of these vehicles. Love it.
Absolutely. Sexton looking good in the lead. He's followed by that 11 car, Shane Holden. And in third place for the moment, Scott Greer. His father, Ken, was just inducted into the Victory Lane Speedway Hall of Fame earlier this month. Ooh, Sexton has a very bad turn 4. Not sure what happened there. Just like that, right on his back bumper, Shane Holden in the 11. This is a battle to watch now as Sexton appeared to let go. He lost control perhaps between turns 3 and 4 in the last lap. Again, he's getting snug on something in those 2 corners. 2 to go meanwhile. Let's see if Shane Holden can make a move for the lead. Half a lap to go for Kevin Sexton. This appears to be his race to lose. He was having trouble between turns 3 and 4, but might have figured it out now. And let's hear it, folks, for your heat race winner in the 57, Kevin Sexton.
That was a quick race. Hey, that was good.
Oh yeah, these late models don't mess around.
That's like 360 cubic inch engines on these late models. Run up to 500 horsepower. That's why they sound so good, you know? 500 HPs.
Kevin Sexton in the 57. Here, he was your winner. Number 11 of Shane Holden came in second place. Scott Greer in the 5G in third.
Okay, I believe we're going to have an intermission now, eh? Intermission time. Might want to check out the Shirt Shack or what's happening here. And the candy toss, the coveted candy toss for the kids, it's gonna be coming up shortly. A lot of end of season prices that you'll find at the Shirt Shack for your clothing and whatnot, hats. So there's a sale on right now, from what I understand. When you're up there, you might want to check out the QX 104 booth. Perhaps they're giving some stuff away. Your 50-50, of course, as well, for Adult and Teen Challenge. And, of course, your concessions. Wells, go ahead.
Yeah, I believe we're having the candy toss. I've yet to actually see a tray of candy head on down, so we might be proven wrong, Duncan. Let's see. But so far, every time we've said there's a candy toss, there has been a candy toss. So I don't want to be wrong this time. It's all right, kids. Good things come to those who wait. We've been told there is candy, and it is on the way. All right, kids, here comes your candy right now, coming on down near the front here of the stands. Make room, let them get up to the top so they can toss that candy your way. All right, thank you, folks. We'll be back with more racing in a bit.
Once again, I'm Duncan. Thanks for coming out to Victory Lane Speedway on a Thursday night, the last Thursday night thunder of the season. 2 more races this year. Late September, the 21st and the 28th, Saturday afternoons. Race time at 5 o'clock. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster for those ones. We've got the Pure Stocks coming up. 16 entries in total on the way. These are going to be our features. Just checking the weather. It feels like with the wind, it feels like 11 degrees outside Wells right now. It's kind of chilly, but that's all right. If you need some warm clothing, we're selling some at the Shirt Shack. Grab a blanket. Go grab a blanket. Why not? A blanket or a jacket or a hoodie. I could use one. Is there a sale going on? Big sale? Is that what's happening? Okay. The blankets are on sale from what I understand. Fantastic. Okay, well, let's mention who's going to race in this feature. Wasota Pure Stocks, 16 cars in this race coming up. 15 laps. Row number 1, number 69, Nick Kraus on the inside. Your number 45 car, Jeff Kopp on the outside of row 1. Row number 2, Owen Anderson from LaSalle, Manitoba. Owen's on the inside. Gary Felis from McDonald, Manitoba, number 56 on the outside of 2. Row number 3, Morgan McDonald on the inside. On the outside, number 80, Jesse Pedersen. Row 4, your 00, Greg Blonsky. On the outside of that, your 07, Stan Dewick. Row number 5, Tom Weens on the in. On the out, Justin Kraus. Your number 20, or 207. Row number 6 on the inside, Tyler Fair in your 5F vehicle. The 34 car on the outside of row number 6, Sean Corlett. Row number 7 on the inside, Caden LeBute, your number 17, 17K. Your number 8, 08, Lucas Gamaz. Row number 8, number 53 car, Sean Weeb on the inside. On the outside of Sean is number 46, Michael Kopp. Once again, proud sponsor, Victory Lane Speedway. Tonight, the major sponsor, Roll Global. Here we go.
And I've been told that the pace truck is the Roll Global Network's pace truck tonight. Morgan McDonald in the 91 heading to the back straight with the lead, but challenging behind him in the 69 car, Nick Kraus. Now coming out of turn 4, McDonald goes low as Kraus goes high, and McDonald gets the better end of that exchange.
We got the yellow.
Oh, Stan Dewick, I believe, in the 07 HD. Not sure if there was contact or... Yeah, probably. Looks like his front right tire deflated. He'll be heading to the pits. But should be a pretty short caution. Should be.
Well, you never know about the cautions, when you got, 16 cars on this track. You could get some cautions here and there. That happens when there's a lot of A lot of vehicles racing this tight, even though it is Central Canada's largest 4/10 of a mile dirt track oval.
I'll tell you what, Duncan, Morgan McDonald was looking awful good there. Seemed to be pulling away from the rest of the pack. This yellow might just be what Nick Krause needed. Now he'll have him right in front of him.
Yeah, that number 91 car was looking pretty good. Still 13 laps to go. Anything can happen, as you will see. 1 lap to go before we start. Roll Global Networks. That's ROHL Global Networks, your proud sponsor of the Speedway tonight. Your major sponsor. They're a telecommunications company.
All right, Carl looks them over, and we are going back to green here in the Pure Stock feature. 13 to go. Nick Krause goes high as McDonald goes low. Krause appeared to be faster in the back straight, but let's see what happens between turns 3 and 4 here. Funny story for you, Duncan. In Morden, Nick Krause won a heat race while his car was on fire. His car pulled into the infield, and the firefighters were right there. They put out his fire as soon as he finished the race.
A legit heat race.
Exactly.
Oh, we got some action in turn number 4 again. Could be another yellow. I don't know what's going to happen here. No, he's out of it. What car is that? The number 08.
Lucas Gamez. The 08. Looks like it on the car 08LE, but it's just 08 on our sheet here. Meanwhile, on track, 10 laps to go. As we have a new leader, Nick Krause in the 69. He's overtaken Morgan McDonald in the 91.
Got the name Jeff Kopp sitting third.
Nick Krause now having to deal with that lap traffic. Lucas Gomez getting in the way. Oh, man. I believe Morgan McDonald just hit the wall here in the front straightaway, trying to get around Lucas Gomez in the 08.
We got a yellow and blue flag there, which means your first place race is lapping your last place car. So number 69, Nick Krause. Just lapped Tyler Fair in the number 5.
Good news for Stan Duick. I see he is in the path of Nick Krause right now, but him being there means he got a very quick tire change in the pits, and he's back out on the track racing. Lucas Gomez got sideways in turn 4, but we managed to avoid the caution. Got it back under control, back on the racetrack within a reasonable amount of time. We basically give them enough time to move their car and get back up to speed before it becomes an issue for the rest of the pack behind them.
5 laps to go.
Look at this. Where did this come from? Caden LeBute, I believe he just passed Nick Krause for the lead. Unless he is lap traffic, if I'm not mistaken, we have a new leader. Caden LeBute, where did he come from?
Four laps to go.
Oh, once again, Lucas Gomez spinning around on the inside of turn number 4. Now the caution will come out for sure. Lucas having some trouble keeping it straight here on the track tonight. Oh, my mistake. I thought for sure we were going to have a yellow flag there for the caution, but we managed to avoid it. They're letting him go here, but that could have been really, really bad. Meanwhile, good battle here for the lead between Caden LeBute and Nick Krause. Dealing with lap traffic here, not easy for these pure stock racers. This is going to come down to the wire, folks. Let's see what happens. Can you see the fire on the underneath side, the underbelly of Nick Krause as he goes sideways?
Oh.
Let's hear it for your winner, Caden LeBute in the 17K.
Unbelievable
what a
finish.
race for him. Drama there at the end. My word. Action-packed first feature race here tonight. Let's see what we've got coming up after this. Impressive. What a race.
What a race for the pure stocks. You know, they actually call this an entry-level racing division. It's affordable, right? It's affordable. It's an affordable racing division. Kind of a modest investment, but this race was fantastic. Beautiful.
Caden LeBute heading on to the appraisalpro.ca scale. Keep an eye on this, folks. If he gets the green light, he is confirmed as your feature winner. My apologies, folks. I did not see a thumbs up, but I believe since he's celebrating, let's hear it for your feature race winner, Caden LeBute. Caden LeBute, everyone. Let's hear it for him.
Thank you.
Caden will make his way under the flag stand here for an interview with Duncan. And kids, he might just give you a little trophy as well.
Yes.
Please make some room for Duncan as he's coming down with that big check. He needs some space to get through there. Thank you.
You know, you don't got to make room for me at all. I'll just go over the kids. Throughout the weeks, I found it's easier to go over the kids than it is to go through them. And of course, they all pile around the flag stand to, of course, meet the driver, get some high fives, and the driver gives away his trophy to one lucky kid every week. So that's going to happen. In the meantime, let's hear it for Caden LeBute, everybody. Caden, $600 for you, my man. Congratulations, and of course, your very popular winner sticker. I'll give you this trophy right now to hand out to the kids before I give you an interview. Some lucky kid always gets a trophy. There you go. The little one on the shoulders gets the trophy tonight. Let's hear it for her. Fantastic job. Hey, Caden, fantastic race, man.
Thank you. That was really fun.
Yeah, you started row 7 on the inside. You ended up winning. How'd you pull that off?
It's just my kind of track. It's I like the wet track, and it just my car hooked up, and I was gone.
Yeah, the track is pretty wet. How's those corners? Do you find them slick or what?
Not for my car.
Not for your car. No, well, no. Obviously, you did fantastic. Do you want to mention a couple sponsors tonight?
Yeah, I'll mention Atchison Sign Service, Dirtson Trucking, Bushley Racing, Fast Bucket, South Fork Engines, Contract, and Precision Excavation. And, of course, a big thank you to my dad over there and my buddy Fat Pig.
Right on. Let's hear it for the crew, and let's hear it for yourself. Caden LeBute, everyone. Congratulations, buddy. Wells, back to you.
Thank you, Duncan. All right, folks, coming up next, it's the Street Stock Feature. 6 cars in this race. Here's your scheduled starting lineup for that one. On the pole in the 25, Catherine Stye out of Kaministiquia, Ontario. Outside of her, Jason Bronk in the 62 out of West St. Paul. Row number 2 on the inside is the 07 HD, driven by Austin Duick out of New Bothwell. Outside of him, look out for this guy, Trey Hess out of Grand Forks in the number 4 car. He won the heat race before in this division. Row number 3 on the inside, the 96W. That's driven by Darren Wolframe out of Thunder Bay, Ontario. And outside of Darren is Lindsay DeRoche in the 14 out of Winnipeg. All right, folks, I just received word that following our last feature here tonight, we'll be having a fireworks display from the official supplier of fireworks for Victory Lane Speedway, Red Bomb Fireworks. So stick around after the races for a fireworks display. All right, the Roll Global Networks pace truck has left the track. One more half a lap and we'll get this second feature of the night underway. All right, Carl lines them up, looks them over. 15 laps to go here in your street stock feature. No surprise here, Trey Hess right in the mix. All it took was a couple of corners, and he is right on Jason Bronk's back bumper here into turn number 4. Not even 2 laps in, Trey Hess has taken over the lead from Jason Bronk. He started in 4th place. 4th to 1st, just like that. In the blink of an eye, essentially.
Yeah, that's some good racing. I noticed in between the race here, in between the races, they're packing the track down again. That's always a good thing to do before a race if need be. Helps keep the yellow flags at bay.
The first 3 are pretty spaced out there. A good battle for 4th, though. I believe that's Lindsay DeRoche and Darren Wolframe battling it out for 4th place at the moment.
Yeah, you're right, Wells. Absolutely, yeah. This race for 4th is pretty tight as we see him coming down the front stretch. Who's sitting 3rd? It's the number 07
that's
car.
Austin Duick.
Austin
New Bothwell.
Duick, right.
You've heard of Bothwell cheese, right?
I have heard of Bothwell cheese.
New Bothwell, Manitoba. Kids at the end of turn number 4, please sit down. Get away from the end of the... Please return to your seats. Please remain seated till the end of the race. Someone please get those kids away from the fence. Meanwhile, 7.5 gone, 7.5 to go. Hess firmly in the lead, followed by Jason Bronk in the 62 and Austin Duick in the 07 HD. That battle for 4th between Darren Wolframe and Lindsay DeRoche still going on. Wolframe has it for now.
Yeah, they're spread out pretty good, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, as mentioned, and as it has been for the whole race. For 4th place is what you want to watch right now. If you're into a tight one, going around turn number 2 at the time. Five laps to go on this 15-lap feature. 4 now.
Hess now has basically an entire straightaway lead over Jason Bronk. He's coming up on lap traffic. That's the number 25, driven by Catherine Stye. She was on the pole to start this race. Now she might be about to get lapped. Let's see. 2 to go now. This is Trey Hess's race to lose, making it look effortless out here. And now Catherine Stye does in fact get lapped with 1 lap to go as Carl brings out the white flag. All right, folks, as he comes out of turn number 4, let's hear it for your Street Stock feature winner, Trey Hess, in the number 4.
Your number 62 car came in second place. It's Jason Bronk. And for a nice third spot, your number 7 vehicle, Austin Dewick from New Bothwell, Manitoba.
All right, we'll get the top 5 finishers in this race onto the appraisalpro.ca scale. Trey Hess up first. Watch out for that green light or the thumbs up. Maybe I'll see one of them this time. Let's see.
Got to thank a few sponsors, Building Products and Concrete Supply, Transmoda Trailer Sales, to name a couple. My Race Pass being another, Super Lube, one of the many few that make this place roll on a weekly basis.
Let's hear it just confirmed as your winner, Trey Hess out of Grand Forks. Trey will be doing a U-turn, making his way here to the front straightaway for an interview with Duncan. All right, Duncan, over to you.
I think we're going to be giving away our 50-50 shortly, are we not? We can let's do this right now. Let's do the 50-50. How you doing, man?
Excellent,
Hey,
excellent.
good, what's your name?
Mark.
Mark, where are you from? Tell me a bit what the 50-50 is all about tonight.
So the 50-50 is going to, so a portion of the 50-50 is going toward Adult and Teen Challenge of Central Canada, where we support people overcoming addiction in and around Manitoba. So thank you, everybody, for contributing to the 50-50 tonight. You're helping with addictions recovery. Thank you all.
Okay, let's move over here, away from the speaker. We can probably get this rolling a bit better. There you go.
Oh, you want to tell the pot?
What's your name, sir?
Dwight.
Dwight, thanks for coming out and supporting the cause.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Do you want to pick a number for us, buddy?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put it right in the middle here, mixing it up, continuing to mix it up, going top, bottom, mixing it up. Okay, mixing up, continuing to mix. All right, that's enough.
One ticket.
One ticket.
One ticket.
It feels like one ticket. I got it. One ticket right here. Okay, here's the number. It is. It's a green ticket. 170982.
That's $1,028. $1,028. What's that number again?
170982.
170982. If we have a winner, that's fantastic. If you want to go see these fine people behind the grandstand, we can. And let's talk to our winner. Let's hear it for Trey Hess. Trey Hess, everybody. Congratulations, Trey. I'll hand you your sticker this way. Here's a trophy you can hand out. Right on, Trey. Congrats. You're from the U.S. Where are you from?
Grand Forks, North Dakota.
How often do you come to race here in Winnipeg?
I think I've missed 3 races here this year. Other than I've been at every one, I think.
Oh, we got 2 more races yet happening here on the 21st and the 28th. You're going to be making out for those or what?
No, I'll be. I get married on the 28th, actually. So, and then the 21st, we're going down to Watertown for their doubleheaders. So.
Well, congratulations on both the win and getting married, man. Do you want to mention a couple sponsors on the big win?
Yeah, I got to thank my parents who drive pretty much anywhere to come watch me and support me, and my fiance at home, my sisters, Accurate HD, TH Renovations, Walhalla Building Center, Stengel Signature Travel, Solid Ink, Boxcar Brand, Max Pro Pest Control, if I didn't say them, Zully's Race Engines. There's just so many people.
Yeah, there's a lot of sponsors and a lot of crew to make this this whole thing happen for you. Congratulations to everyone in your crew. Congratulations to you for winning tonight, and again, congratulations for your upcoming wedding. Let's hear it for Trey Hess, everybody. Right on, man. All the best. Wells, back to you.
Thank you, Duncan. All right, folks. Just want to thank a few sponsors here. One of them was just mentioned, actually, some of our newest sponsors here. Accurate HD, thank you. Bartech Mechanical. 431 Roofing, thank you all for sponsoring racing. Thanks for supporting racing here at Victory Lane Speedway. Speaking of racing, coming up next, folks, it's the Midwest Mods feature. On my count, there's 19 cars in this race, so let's go over the scheduled starting lineup. On the pole, number 24, driven by Victoria Stutsky out of St. Andrews. Outside of her in the 4B Junior, Hunter Besson out of East St. Paul. Row 2 on the inside is the 16 car, driven by Brendan Lashinsky out of Winnipeg. Outside of him in the number 20 car is Nick Audette out of St. Adolphe. Row number 3 on the inside in the 15, Glenn Manning out of Oakbank. Outside of him, Dylan McCoggan in the 77X out of St. Francois Xavier. Row number 4 on the inside in the 08 car, Frank Viert out of Winnipeg. Outside of him in the 44 is Austin Hunter out of Winnipeg. Row 5 on the inside, the 4B, driven by Brandon Rehill out of St. Andrews. Look out for him. He is a fierce competitor here. Outside of him is the 4 Hall, driven by Grant Hall out of Brandon. Row 6 on the inside, the 88, driven by Paul Viert out of Winnipeg. Outside of Paul's, the 72, driven by Rudy Peters out of Selkirk. Row 7 on the insides, the 95 car, driven by Ted Dell out of Carman, Manitoba. Outside of him in the 07 HD, Jesse McCuskey out of New Bothwell. Row number 8 on the inside, the 24X, that's Braxton Roll out of Headingley, Manitoba. Outside of him in the 83X, Carter Veenendahl out of Carman. Row number 9 on the inside, the 24 Junior, driven by Rebecca Stutsky out of St. Andrews. Outside of Rebecca, the 33A, driven by Austin Overwater out of Winnipeg. Last but not least, in row number 10, Lance Ralph in the 54 out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. Now I need some water.
I was going to say, nice job reading off those racers for this Midwest Mods. 19 in total in this race. It's a big one. Let's see how it goes. Beautiful night for racing, really. The cars are running pretty good. I mean, it's cool outside right now. It feels like 11 Celsius with the wind. I know when I'm down there doing the interviews, I think I should have worn something a little different than shorts and a T-shirt, but whatever works. It's all good.
How did it feel down there, Duncan?
Well, it's good. You know what? I love the action down there, too, with all the kids. You know what I mean? It's a good feel. It's nice to be able to get the kids out here on a race night. 10 and under, it's free. You can't beat it. If you're 10 years old and under, it's free to get in. So, I mean, the family affordable entertainment at the Speedway is pretty good. So it's nice to see the kids hanging out at the front. Yeah. And who's that pace car, man? Who's in that pace car tonight?
Who's driving it?
Well, what's the company that's sponsoring it?
That's the Roll Global Networks pace truck out there tonight.
Okay, yeah, the Roll Global Networks.
Don't ask me the name of the person driving it, though.
No. I mean.
All right, folks, when we are under green, listen to that roar. Cherish that roar. That is one of my favorite sounds I have ever heard on this planet, in all seriousness.
Yeah, you get a rush out of the sound of these vehicles, eh?
I do. I absolutely love it.
I mean, it's all part of the sights and sounds at the Speedway.
I love calling these races.
I love seeing races under the lights like we're doing right now, you know? You get that this time of year with the sun going down a little earlier than normal, so it's nice at this time of night seeing these cars race like this.
And Victoria Stutsky winning her heat race before, a very impressive showing as the Roll Global Networks pace truck leaves the track.
I think this is the last lap before we start racing, isn't it?
Half a lap and we go back to green. Let's see how Victoria does here, getting her first heat race win, at least that I saw before. Let's see how this goes. We are under green, 15 to go. Half a lap, Victoria holding on to that lead, but right behind her, Hunter Besson in the 4B Junior. Nick Audette in the 20, also right there in the mix. Victoria holding on to the lead. No change in the top three after one and a half, excuse me. Victoria doing a heck of a job out there on the track tonight. Clearly must have made some adjustments to that car between last week and this week, because I have never seen Victoria race like this. Let's hope she can keep it up. Coming to the back straightaway, Hunter Besson not letting her have it easy. He is right on her back bumper, right at side by side between turns 3 and 4. But Victoria holds Hunter off for now.
What a race!
Good, clean action so far. Fairly competitive. Looks like there's battles for positions from top to bottom. Let's see how this shakes out with 11 to go.
Oh, we got some action here right in the front stretch.
Oh, that's the 83 Carter Vienendahl bringing out the yellow flag. Caution. Getting sideways. Right in front of that beautiful race pass billboard.
Yeah, you know, they were running really close around turn number 4. I saw that actually coming, you know. What do you do, though? You get 19 cars on a track this size, which is one of the largest ovals in Canada, in Western Canada. But you got 19 cars. They're racing pretty tight. I mean, sure, you got to understand how hard it would be to drive on a track like this without causing a yellow, you know? There's a knack to it.
Yeah.
I watch these people, these men and women, do their job out here, and it's very impressive.
The best drivers make racing on this track look easy, but by no means is it easy. You know how many reps you got to put in before you actually get half decent at racing on this track?
You know what? I knew a couple of guys that used to race here, and it's a hobby, but it's a passion, and it's a daily hobby. I mean, you're here, you're racing maybe once, maybe twice a week, all depends where you go. You race once a week here at Victory Lane for sure. Last Thursday night of the year here right now, but I mean, it's these guys and women are working on their cars all week.
And Victoria Stutsky doing an amazing job so far in this race, holding off Hunter Besson, holding off Nick Audette, Dylan McCoggan, a who's who of Midwest mod drivers in this in this race. Victoria started on the pole in first place. She is holding it so far. Let's see if she can hold it the rest of the way. Very impressive driving on her part.
We see Carl there with the green flag telling us that last lap before we start to give her once again.
All right, Carl gets these cars tightly bunched together. Green flag in hand, 10 laps to go. Here we go, green flag. Victoria looking quick coming out of turn number 2, heading into turn 3. Oh, what happened to Dylan McCoggan? Dylan McCoggan was in 4th place. Now he's slipped back. He might be in 10th or something. Not sure what happened to Dylan McCoggan in the 77X. But that was a disastrous first lap back from caution for Dylan McCoggan.
That race for second is solid right now going into turn number 4.
Who do we got there? Looks like Hunter Besson and Nick Audette battling it out for second.
Yeah, it's nice to see your first, second, and third racers all tight like they are coming around the turns, except for your right. Victoria Stutzky has a handle on first place coming down the front straight.
Yeah, now the battle for third and fourth going on between Frank Veert in the 08 and Glenn Manning in the 15. Some solid racing no matter where you look on this racetrack. Six laps to go with Stutzky holding on to that lead. What an amazing job she's doing on that track tonight.
Unbelievable race. Look how nicely spread out these cars are on this track.
Your top three as it stands now, Stutzky in first, Hunter Besson in second, Nick Audette in the 20 in third. Close behind, Frank Veert in the 08. And something happened with Glenn Manning. Suddenly Glenn Manning, he was in the mix for third. Now he's dropped down to 5th place. What did you see in the back straight there, Duncan?
I saw Glenn Manning. He was going around turn number 2. He almost went off the track, but he stayed on, which is fantastic driving. But it cost him a few spaces for sure.
Glad we avoided that caution flag. So we have an issue with the 24X. Braxton Roll looking slow. So the 24 might just pass the 24X very soon. Looks to be imminent here. Carl bringing out the blue and yellow flag as Victoria Stutzky gets past Braxton Roll. 2 to go for Stutzky.
2 laps to go. Unbelievable.
Half a lap to go for Stutzky. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your Midwest Mod feature winner, Victoria Stutzky. What a race she just had.
Nicely done. We had Brandon Rehill coming in second place. Hunter Besson in second. Your number 20 car, Nick Audette, in third.
All right, Victoria Stutzky is somewhere back there, somewhere around the appraisalpro.ca scale. I believe they're letting her go on right now. Let's wait for that. Thumbs up, green light. She might be handed the checkered flag. Let's see. Any one of those three things could happen, or a combination.
Couple sponsors, if we can here. Weedman, Turk as well. 47 Filmworks. Hey, we got fireworks after the gig tonight, don't we? Excellent. Fireworks coming up later
Red
on.
Bomb Fireworks. And while we were talking about sponsors, Victoria Stutsky confirmed as your winner. Let's hear it for Victoria Stutsky, everybody.
Nice race. Let's hear it for Victoria Stutsky, everybody. Looking good on top of that 24 car. Nice bow. Well done. Once again, a couple more races this year yet. Towards the end of September. Both races are on a Saturday afternoon. They start at 5 o'clock. I believe your hot laps are at 4:30. Hey, buddy.
What? No.
Do you want to say hello?
Hi, everyone.
Hello. What's your name, my man? You had a question. What's your question? Come on in, Victoria. Congratulations. What a fantastic win. That race was really well played. I'll give Victoria a minute. She's signing autographs at the moment, which is a great thing to see. Kids have a blast here at Victory Lane. All kids under 10 are free. I guess that's why you see so many of them. Victoria, can I hand you the check over top? There you go. It's a nice $700 check for you. Excuse me, guys. Can I get through? Here's your sticker. Here's your trophy to hand out. There you go, my dear. Okay, Victoria. What a fantastic race. I'm pretty sure you led the whole way there.
Yep, it's about dang time. I've had quite the rough season. If some of you guys have been here, you've pretty much watched that happen all year, so it's pretty nice to be back out in Victory Lane.
You know, I wouldn't call it a rough season. Like, I mean, getting out on this track is a feat in itself. You got to be pretty talented to drive these cars that you do and work this track like you do every week. But to come up with a win, is this how many wins this year for you? Is this your second, third?
I think this is my fourth now.
Well, congratulations. Any sponsors you want to mention?
My dad.
Let's hear it for her dad. Fantastic, Victoria. You can say one more thing, absolutely.
I just want to thank everyone that comes out every week, especially my Aunt Brenda, who bought the track with my dad 2021 now. So thanks, everyone, for coming out every week and supporting us. And thank you to my mom and Becca and Braxton that help every week with the car. And thanks, guys.
Victoria Stutsky, everybody. Big winner tonight in the feature. Wells, back to you.
Thank you, Duncan. All right, folks, coming up next, it's the Super Truck feature. I get a break going through the starting lineup of this race. Only 8 trucks here. Here's your scheduled starting lineup. On the pole, in the 53L truck, Luc Poirier out of St. Adolphe. Outside of him in the 71, Nico Voss out of Sardo. Row number 2 on the inside, fresh off his King of the Corn victory in Morden on last Saturday. The 27 truck driven by Hayden Audette out of St. Adolphe. Outside of him in the 44 truck, Rob Reese out of Minnedosa. Row 2 on the inside, Chris Audette in the number 2 truck out of St. Adolphe. Outside of him, Jerry Poirier in the number 5, also out of St. Adolphe. Dan Klim, row number 4 on the inside in the 38 truck out of Dugald, Manitoba. And outside of Dan, Mercedes Krause in the number 20 truck out of St. Adolphe.
Just taking a look at the concession lineup, it's down to almost nothing. If you're looking for something nice and warm or nice and cold to drink, feel free to go purchase a beverage of some sort, something to eat. The food is hot, and the lineup is right down.
All right, here they come now, these 8 super trucks. Keep an eye on number 2, Chris Audette, in the Dynasty Bathroom sponsored truck out of St. Adolphe. Chris is always not always, but nearly all the time in the mix for the lead. Rob Reese in the 44, another excellent competitor here in super trucks. I have seen him win his fair share of heat races and feature races. As mentioned, just this past weekend, I went to the Morden Corn and Apple Festival. Dead Horse Creek Speedway, they held their King of the Corn races. Your winner there on Saturday night, the 27 truck driven by Hayden Audette. Keep an eye out for him as well. And now your Roll Global Networks pace truck exiting the track. These trucks will be given 1/2 a lap, and we will have the green flag. 15 laps to go here in the super truck feature. All right, Carl looks them over. We are going green. 15 laps to go. Can someone please get the kids under the flag stand back to their seats? Please remain seated until the end of the race, everybody. After 1.5, look at that. Wouldn't you know it, Chris Audette right side by side with the leader for now, but it might just be a matter of time till Chris Audette gets past. Can't see the number. That's either Nico Voss or Hayden Audette. I cannot tell. Hayden Audette. Okay, so it's the battle of the Audettes right now for the lead. Mercedes Kraus clearly having issues with their vehicle. That 20 truck going awfully slow, getting in the way of the Audettes as they go around here. Nico Voss as well in the mix. Not used to lap traffic being a factor less than 5 laps into a race, but here we are. Hayden doing a great job holding off Chris for the moment. Chris taking the inside, Hayden outside in the front straight. Great move on Chris's part. Now he gets the inside for turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, Nico Voss running third, going down the back stretch, is creeping up on every turn.
Chris looks faster in the corners, but on the outside of the corner, Hayden Audette, on the exit of the corner, Hayden had a faster exit than Chris. Let's see if that continues here. Yeah, it looks like Hayden is getting more speed out of these corners than Chris. Let's see if this pattern will continue. Perhaps Chris just waiting for Hayden to make a mistake for him to capitalize.
Well, he's running high on the banks. He has the ownership on the high bank, which means he's getting a lot more traction from what I understand, is what happens on these high turns.
Yeah, once again, as you were saying, Hayden going pretty high, Chris going low. As a result, Hayden getting more speed into the straightaways.
Yeah, I mean, there's a method to the madness. They would know. Not really.
This is going to be one heck of a battle, Duncan. Look at this. We are halfway through this. Oh, what happened? Chris Audette going high. Was that a mechanical problem? Did he hit something? I'm not sure what happened, but just like that, Chris Audette totally out of the mix.
Yeah, no, he's...
What in the world happened?
Is he going off the track? Yeah, he's gone.
No.
That was tight.
What a shame. That looked like one heck of a battle between the Audettes. Now Hayden left all by himself, 5 laps to go. Nico Voss in second place, almost half a straightaway behind. Let's see if Hayden can hold on here. Three and a half to go now. Hayden maintaining a solid lead over Nico Voss in second. Jerry Poirier in third place in the number 5 truck. Your top 3 now making their way around. Luke Poirier in the 53L truck. Lap traffic again being a factor. Meanwhile, 2 to go for Hayden. This is his race to lose at this point.
Yeah, he's got some pretty good space between himself and your number 71 car, Nico Voss. Unless something goes completely wrong here, it should be his race with 1 lap to go coming down the front straight. Third place, your number 5 car, Jerry Poirier from St. Adolphe. Should finish 1, 2, 3 here. You want to finish the call, Wells.
All right, folks, as he comes out of turn number 4, let's hear it for your feature winner, Hayden Audette.
Nico Voss places second. A close third, Jerry Poirier from St. Adolphe. Few sponsors here, Midtown Ford to mention if you don't mind. HitTrack, McNaught, Building Products and Concrete Supply, My Race Pass, Accurate HD, Pioneer Window and Door, to name a few.
Hayden Audette on the appraisalpro.ca scale at the moment. Let's see if he gets the green lights, the checkered flag, or a thumbs up, any combination. All right, he's been handed that checkered flag. Let's hear it now confirmed as your winner, folks, Hayden Audette. How did Morden treat you? Maybe something like that. Their father and son, right? Just ask what's like that in the press to be safe. You don't know if it's in there.
I'll show you later what we should have done with you.
Okay.
Tried to get you warmer clothes.
Yeah, I hear ya.
I could have went home to my place and got some for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
No, I'm only 5 minutes away, right?
Oh, yeah, I appreciate that.
All right, Hayden will be making his way here to the middle of the front straight for an interview with Duncan.
Hey, you're still looking good over there. Yeah, man.
Kids, please make some room for Duncan when he's coming down with that check. Just step back a little bit. Thank you.
Hey, with Paula here, it looks like we're going to do another giveaway, Paula. Is that right, or what? Okay, we have the kids draw for a scooter and a lunch kit. Do you want to do that? Is it all one prize, or what's happening? All one prize. Okay, get out your blue ticket. Here we go. You guys have your blue tickets? Let's hope it's one of you three for sure. 220943. Oh, was it close? 220943. 220943. If you have that ticket, go see Paula behind the grandstand, please. As Hayden hands out some high fives to the kids, he's giving away a hat as we speak. I hope this check doesn't fly out of my hand. Hayden, I'm going to hand this to you. Here's $300. Oh, now he's signing autographs. Nice to be popular. Fantastic. Hello, Hayden. I'll just get this to you, man, if you don't mind. You know what? We'll just let Hayden do his thing. Right now, he's signing a stuffed animal. Do we have more? Do you want me to mention this number one more time?
Oh, he's got it. They're in there.
Oh, we have the winner. Okay, perfect, Paula. Let's hear it for Paula, everybody. The 50-50. The lady with the prizes every week here at Victory Lane. Once again, we got 2 more race dates after tonight. The last Thursday night race here tonight. Kind of sad, really. Love Thursday nights. Thursday Night Thunder. Hayden, I'm going to hand this to you, buddy. There you go. You're done with the autographs. Congratulations on everything. Must feel nice to do that. I have the winner's sticker for you, the coveted sticker. The trophy to hand out to the kids as well. Do that right now, man. Beautiful job. Okay, Hayden, if I can get to you for an interview, that'd be great. Couple things. What's it like racing against another Audette back-to-back? Yourself and Chris, pretty much 3/4 of that race. What happened to him on that corner?
Yeah, that's my dad. So it's pretty exciting to beat him. It's my third time ever finishing in front of him, second time winning. So it's pretty cool. I knew he was right there and then stopped getting bumped from the back, so I got told he blew a tire.
Yeah, that's what happened. He blew a tire. Is that what happened? Yeah, there was a really exciting race, man. You did well throughout the whole thing. Tell me a bit about this track. Is it a little rough on the what's happening? Is it slick on the turns or what?
Yeah, the rain made it very, very soft, so it's getting really, really chunky. But there are lines where you can avoid them. 1 and 2, if you slide up through the middle of it, you can avoid all the ruts. 3 and 4, as long as you go high, you avoid them all, and you just got to keep it smooth and you avoid the ruts and you're good.
Yeah, nice job reading this track. You did really well. Congratulations on the win. Want to mention a sponsor or two, buddy?
Yes, Armada Painting, PDF Mechanical, McRae Trucking, Auto Canada, South End Concrete, X Promo, Ken's Carpets. They're pointing at something. I can't read it.
Well, that's okay, man. You know,
Bounce Crew.
A few. It takes a lot of people to make this thing work for you on a weekly basis, man. We'll see you out here at Victory Lane again. Thanks for coming out on Thursday nights, and congratulations. All the best, Hayden. Let's hear it for Hayden Audette, everybody. Nicely done. Wells, your turn.
Thank you, Duncan. All right, folks, just a reminder, after our final feature here tonight, the 4 cylinders, stick around for a fireworks display from Red Bomb Fireworks. But what's coming up right next, you may ask? It's the A modified feature, and even 10 cars in this lineup. Here's your scheduled starting lineup for this race. On the pole, the number 12 car, driven by Tony Casey out of Winnipeg. Outside of him in the 18P, Tevin Paluco out of Tyndall, Manitoba. Row number 2 on the inside, the 32C, driven by Curtis Stye out of Kaministiquia, Ontario. Outside of him in the 39 car, Sean Tunis out of Stony Mountain. On the inside of row number 3, the 10W, driven by Ward Imrie out of Winnipeg. Outside of him, Tanner Williamson in the number 88 out of Fort Francis, Ontario. Row number 4 on the inside, the 1R, driven by Rick Delane out of Stony Mountain. Outside of him in the number 92 car, Justin Bronk out of West St. Paul, Manitoba. And in row number 5 on the inside, the 16 car driven by Brendan Lashinsky out of Winnipeg and Brandon Rehill in the 4B out of St. Andrews. How about it one more time for Hayden Audette, everyone? Let's hear it. Let's thank a couple of sponsors while we're waiting for the next feature. FXR, Victory Graphics, and Crystal Sound. Thanks for supporting racing here at Victory Lane. Watch out for Rick Delane in the 1R, folks, on the inside of row number 4. He is starting there in 8th place, but I don't think he'll finish in 8th. Let me put it that way. Ward Imrie a row ahead of him in the 10W. He's another fierce competitor here at Victory Lane. But someone I may have just forgotten about, out of Fort Francis, Ontario, number 88, driven by Tanner Williamson. He won the heat race before, and it wasn't particularly close. If he drives like that again here, we have one heck of a race on our hands. I am looking forward to it. Now the Roll Global Networks pace truck leaves the track half a lap, and we'll be going green 15 laps here in your A-Mod feature tonight.
Yeah, the Modifieds. I like this class. They're pretty sophisticated, actually. A lot of power in the Modifieds, for sure. Open wheel concept at the front fender gone. On the back, you'll see that spoiler.
Here we go, 15 laps to go. Great battle right now after 1.5 laps for first. Tony Casey holding off the pack for now, but let's see how long he can do it. And your new leader now, the 39 car driven by Sean Tunis. Keep an eye out for the 88 Tanner Williamson. Just like that, he's in the top 3. Making a play for second place right now.
Yeah, look at the speed of these things.
You see the sparks their brakes create when they get into the corners? That reminds me of Monster Jam, if you've seen that.
I'm looking now.
Watch the back of their cars.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Great battle here for second, continuing between Tony Casey and Tanner Williamson. It's the age-old battle of Manitoba versus Ontario. Who will prevail here? O'Casey gets a bit squirrely between turns 1 and 2, and just like that, Tanner Williamson, in second place, making a play for the lead. Williamson and Tunis battling it out, or they will be very shortly.
Yeah, fantastic race for your top four, specifically third place right now. It's back and forth between those two vehicles. Coming down, turn number 4 in the front straight.
Can you believe this, Duncan? These cars have done 7 laps in just under 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, it's you know what, these are going, I can always tell how fast they go by the looks of Carl's hair.
Oh, man, that is great. Sean Tunis has a tall task ahead of him, holding off Tanner Williamson for the rest of the race. Ward Emery now also in the mix, coming up right behind Tanner. Emery goes low as Tanner goes high.
Look at that.
Tanner holding him off for now.
Sean Tunis, the 39, holding well in first place. Great race for second and third.
Four and a half to go now. Tunis holding on to the lead. Good battle for second. Oh man, Ward Emery getting right underneath Williamson. Man, what a battle between 1, 2, and 3 for now.
Yeah, he took it low in that corner. Number 4 to get there in second place.
Oh, this is the kind of race that I love to call. This is anyone's race with about 3 1/4 laps to go.
Oh,
3 wide between
wide.
turns 3 and 4.
Nice.
Ward Emery now coming underneath Sean Tunis. He has the lead. Your new leader, Ward Emery, but Tunis might have the speed coming out onto the back straight. No, Ward holds him off. Impressive driving there from Ward Emery. But don't forget about Tanner Williamson. Emery and Williamson now battling it out for first and second. Just like that, Sean Tunis was in first for the majority of this race. Now he's fallen to third.
Ward Emery's pulling ahead of turn number 4 here, coming down the front straight. Bit more of a lead happening between him, second and third.
Emery looking good. He's got the fastest car out there tonight. Blowing by Williamson. Williamson eating his dust right now.
We're coming out to the checkered flag.
All right, folks, let's hear it for your A-Mod feature winner, Ward Emery in the 10W. What a race from Ward.
Wow, that was a quick race. Hey, wasn't that quick? 15 laps just like that, no cautions. Well done to all the drivers. Let's hear it for these drivers on this race. Come on, make some noise if you can for us, please.
They just did 15 laps in 5 minutes. Ward Emery and the rest of the top 5 heading to the appraisalpro.ca scale, awaiting confirmation for their finishes in this race. What a race, by the way.
We got the Wasota late models coming up. As I walk down to interview Ward. I'm going to remind you yet again, a couple more races happening here at the Speedway this year yet. Late September, Saturday nights, late afternoon, 5 o'clock start time. The 21st and the 28th of September.
Let's
Get your
hear it,
tickets
folks.
at
Just
Ticketmaster.
confirmed as your winner, Ward Emery, for the A-Mod feature. And what a battle. He had to fight for that one. Sorry, Duncan, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. I was just about to talk, and I go to talk into the trophy. Wasn't going to work that well for me, I don't think, eh?
Duncan, you could have left that to yourself.
Oh, no, I'll share whatever. Hey, buddy. You know what? I like to see these, the staff out almost in between every race packing down this track for these drivers. A lot of effort gets put into Victory Lane Speedway on a weekly basis, not only rain day. I mean, there was quite a bit of rain last night, up until about maybe noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, here at the Speedway today. Staff has been on it all day to make it work as well as it has worked here tonight. So we actually confirmed the race was rolling at about 3 o'clock this afternoon. So we're going to thank everyone for coming out to Victory Lane Speedway. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, can you make some room? I got to hand this $750 check over to Ward Emery. Let's hear it for Ward, everybody. Feature winner of the Wasota Modifieds. Ward will give this to you right now. The ever popular trophy to the children, the chaos. As it happens after every race. It's wonderful. Hey, Ward, don't forget. Ward, I'm going to give this to you, buddy. Ward, don't forget your sticker. All the best. You know, congratulations on the win. I know you got to go quickly. Couple sponsors or what?
Yeah, Emery Demolition, McCoggan Builders, Miller Race Engines. The list goes on and on. Mars Race Cars. Hopefully everyone can come to the Delane Memorial and Sites Memorial in 2 weeks in River City Speedway. There'll be 40 or 50 of us running around there, and it's for a great memorial for a great man, and should be a pretty cool one.
Well, you ran this track really good tonight, man. That was a tight race. You and two others here, the top three, were really close throughout the whole race. I want to say congratulations. Great season for you, and thanks a lot for racing for us here tonight.
Appreciate it.
Right on. Thanks a lot.
All right, folks, coming up next, it's the leanest and meanest cars that we run here at Victory Lane. It's the late model feature coming up. 5 cars in this feature. Here's your scheduled starting lineup. On the pole, the 7S, that's Brent Stagg out of Lorette West, Manitoba. Outside of him in the 11, Shane Holden out of Navan, Manitoba. Row number 2 on the inside, the 5G, driven by Scott Greer out of Winnipeg. Outside of him, the 57, driven by Kevin Sexton out of Lorette. And last but not least, row number 3, the 71F, driven by Leo Felix out of Headingley. All right, the Roll Global Networks pace truck leaving the field, leaving the track. Half a lap to go. And we'll be under the green flag here. 15 laps in this late model feature. Carl lines them up. And here we go. I hope you brought your hearing protection, folks. I'm up here in a booth, and that's pretty freaking loud for me. After 1.5, Shane Holden in the lead. Right behind him, Scott Greer in the 5G. Don't forget about Kevin Sexton in the 57 in third place. He just got snagged up on something between turns 3 and 4. Lost a lot of ground from the first two. Ten and a half to go now. Shane Holden holding on to his lead, but right behind him, Scott Greer. Greer appears to be catching up in the corners. Lots of room for Greer to work with. Let's see if he can make up the ground in these 10 laps he's got left. A distant third right now, Kevin Sexton in that 57 car. He's got some work to do to make it up to the first two drivers in this race. Seven and a half to go now. Oh, Holden looked a bit squirrely coming out of turn number 2. Greer gaining on him. Lap traffic might be a factor here pretty soon. They're catching up to the 7S of Brent Stagg. And the 71 of Leo Feliz. Whoever can get around these cars the quickest might be the leader. Let's see how this shakes out, folks. So yeah, these lap cars, one's going high, one's going low. Holden has to slow down to get around them. Oh, man.
Yeah, look at the speed of these late models.
Did you see that, Duncan? Greer had to take the inside for one lap car, the outside for the other. Man.
Is he coming off the track? Yeah, he's going right off the track now. Might as well, eh?
Is that 71?
71, Leo Feliz.
Leo Feliz leaving the track down to... What happened? We had 5 cars. Are we down to 3?
5 down to 3. And I guess we know who's going to place.
Where did the 7 go? We were paying attention to the 71. I have no idea what happened to the other car. Oh, there's the 7. Okay. We lost Kevin Sexton in all this. Where did Kevin Sexton go? Someone will have to fill me in after the race.
2 laps to go.
Holden gets the white flag.
Safe to say your number 7 car, Brent Stagg, is going to finish 3rd.
If Greer's going to make a move, it's got to be now. Let's see what he's got in the tank.
Look at this.
Oh, let's hear it for your winner, Shane Holden, everybody.
Beautiful race. Scott Greer placing 2nd on that one.
Holden started that race not in the pole, but just outside of the pole setter. Brent Stagg started in the first row, and he finished first ahead of the remaining cars. We had 5 to start, finished with only 3. Not sure what happened to the other cars, but nothing to take away from Shane Holden. What a performance there. He grabbed first place the first lap. He held on to it the rest of the way.
Yeah, we got the weigh-ins happening right now at the appraisalpro.ca. Weigh station, we'll call it.
There we go. There's his car. I couldn't see him behind the billboards, but now your winner, Shane Holden, on the appraisalpro.ca scale. Let's hear it now, confirmed as your late model feature winner, Shane Holden in number 11, everybody. Let's hear it for him. He'll make his way down to the front here for an interview with Duncan, and he's going to give a little trophy to those kids by the flag stand.
The ever-popular trophy. The most popular thing of the night for the kids. From what we see here on a weekly basis.
Kids, please move away from the flag stand. Make some room for Duncan when he's down there. Thank you.
I'd like to say hi to George. George is a #1 fan here at Victory Lane Speedway. Been coming here for like 51 years yourself. Thanks for coming out, George.
Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. Thank you. And again, got to thank all of you for coming out to the Speedway on this somewhat chilly, became chilly Thursday night. Feeling like 10 Celsius right now. Glad I wore shorts and a t-shirt tonight. Oh, I see there's less kids. What happened? Maybe some went home. That's okay. Shane's excited. Let's hear it for Shane Holden, everybody, trying to get on top of his number 11 car, or trying to get out. Very excited for this win tonight, as he should be. $750 for Shane. Very nice, buddy. Shane, congratulations, man. I'm going to give you this check. I'll give you the sticker.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, you need the sticker. It's the winner sticker is what you're after, is a trophy for the kids. Hey, Shane, congratulations on the win. I'm gonna hit you up with something special here, but I mean, might be kind of hard to answer this, but what makes the late models so special? What's the difference between late models and the other cars? I know there's a lot of power in these things, eh?
Yeah, the power sure is nice. I'll tell you that for free. But, you know, there's just a lot that's different. The whole dynamic, the suspension, wider tire, coil-over shocks. It just helped you put the power to the ground. And tonight, the power was to the ground for me.
Yeah, you had a really great race. Did you do anything different on this track to hold first throughout the race?
You know what? From the heat race there, I made a slight change. Honestly, I changed gears. I just felt like I was a bit of a dog coming out of the corner, and that made the world of a difference there. A couple other small changes, but I got to keep that a secret, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to keep that a secret. Well, congratulations on the win. There's some fans here that want to take some selfies with you, so we'll let you do that, buddy. And we're going to have you thank a few sponsors for sure.
So I got a big, huge shout out. My mom, dad, my girlfriend Ashley. She's gonna be choked. She's not here tonight. I'm gonna hear that one for sure. And Todd, huge thanks to Todd, man. Todd's been behind my back for about 5-6 years now. Without him, I would not be in a late model. I really appreciate that he keeps me behind the wheel. I got to thank my dad, Shadows Motorsports Supply. Got to go Toilet Rentals, Trap Doors, and I think that's pretty much it. Also, I want to thank all the fans for coming out tonight. I know the weather looked a little not good there earlier, but thanks for toughing it out. And we got a couple more left, so hopefully we'll see you back here again. Woo!
Nice interview. Well done. Let's hear it for him, everybody. Great interview, man. And we'll see him back here on the 21st and the 28th of September for the next 2 races. Hey, Wells, back to you.
All right, thank you, Duncan. Coming up, folks, the 4-cylinder feature, and stick around because after this, we've got the fireworks display thanks to Red Bomb Fireworks, the official fireworks supplier of Victory Lane. Here's your scheduled starting lineup for the 4-cylinder. On the pole, the 88W, that's Dustin Woke out of Winnipeg. Outside of him, Maddock Mulholland in the 71 out of Winnipeg. Row number 2 on the inside, the 22 driven by Robin Knapp out of Balmoral, Manitoba. Outside of Robin, Mike Demchuk in the 15 out of Dufresne. Row number 3 on the inside, Camia Mulholland out of Winnipeg. Outside of Camia, Anthony Bailey in the 4A out of West Pine Ridge, Manitoba. Row number 4 in the 00 on the inside, Cole Sproul out of St. Andrews. Outside of Cole, Aidan McCuskey in the 07 HD out of New Bothwell. And last but not least is Derek Poirier in the 25 out of St. Adolphe. One more time for Shane Holden, everybody. Let's hear it.
And you know what? Let's hear it for Carl, the flag guy. Make some noise for Carl, the flag guy.
He's a man of the people going up and down that ladder all night. Not easy.
Oh, and a T-shirt. Look at the wind. You know, I can always tell how fast the cars are going when I see Carl's hair fly in the wind. You know, I like the 4 cylinders. I do.
All right. We're about to go green. Here we go.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, we're giving them, look at this, we're giving them a full 15 laps. Normally, I believe it's about 10 laps we have.
We can do it. It looks like the flags are slowing down that car number 22 in the blue. I like the Canada flag, mind you, but...
Good battle here. Wow, a really good battle here for first place. Look at this. Dustin Woke in the 88 being challenged by the 17. Camia Mulholland. 3 wide. into turns 1 and 2.
I would love the opportunity to race in a 4-cylinder race, you know? I really would.
Well, me too. Let's do an announcer off. Let's go, man. You're on.
We'll have to talk to Brenda for next year.
All right. Meanwhile, here on the track, it's that 15, number 15, Mike Demchuk, taking the lead. What happened? Dustin Woke was in the lead a lap ago, or maybe 2 laps ago. Now he's fallen down. He's still ahead of 22 with those flags, creating a lot of drag. But from 1st to 5th in 1 lap, man, what happened there? Nine and a half to go. Demchuk holding on to the lead. Behind him, I have no hope of reading that number. The 71 in 3rd place. That's Maddock Mulholland. What were you thinking with dark numbers on a dark paint scheme? 25. Thank you. Derek Poirier.
Well, I mean, they're going so fast, it's hard to read the numbers most times anyway.
That's exactly the problem. Oh, yeah. Is that 4A? I think I can make that one out.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun, these races, you know? I mean, it's an opportunity for those who have the passion for racing to get on this track, no matter what type of car you're in, car or truck. To get on this track, it's got to feel really good. It's got to be a rush, you know? I would love it. I would love it.
Did you say you had a race or two yourself, Duncan?
I wasn't going to bring it up, but yeah, I have raced.
How did you do? Is there a reason you never talk about it?
No, I'll be honest with you. I won the 4-cylinder media race here one time.
Oh, all right.
I
Hey,
did,
come
yeah.
on. There's no reason to be ashamed of that.
No.
Let's go.
It happened about 15, 20 years ago, mind you, but
who's counting?
I would love to do it again, yeah. You know, just to have the passion to get out here on this track. You know, talk about a somewhat affordable hobby as well. Like, I don't know what it costs to run a 4-cylinder like these people do on this track, but it's got to be somewhat affordable compared to your other models, you know?
Yeah, do you know what these guys do to get these cars ready to race?
Well, you tell me.
They just, well, from the looks of it, they just take out the lights, take out all the glass, a lot of the electronics, leave it bare bones, and put that paint scheme on,
Yeah.
put some numbers on, put some flags on to slow you down, and you're good to go.
And give her, yeah. Just give her. Looks like the number 22 car is being lapped, oh Canada. That's okay. 4 laps to go. You know, during the interview, I'm going to ask what they got to do to prepare a car to race in a 4-cylinder race.
I would like to know, actually, yeah. Something else I'd like to know, Aiden McCuskey, the last time we had a 4-cylinder race, he won. What's he doing? He's here in 5th place, right in front of us now, I think. What happened? Come on, Aiden.
Mike Demchuk, sitting in 1st, 2nd place, name number 25, Derek Poirier. And your number 71 car in 3rd, Maddock Mulholland. What a name. Maddock, love it.
I probably shouldn't make a habit of calling out the drivers like that.
That's all right, they can't really hear you. But,
what a relief. All right. Demchuk gets the white flag.
1 to go.
And it's his race to lose. Look at that. Number 25 is going about downtown Winnipeg speed there in the front straightaway.
Beautiful.
Here we go, folks, coming around turn number 4. Let's hear it for your 4-cylinder feature winner, Mike Demchuk.
Way to go, Mike. Way to go, buddy. Anthony Bailey. Coming in last from what I understand, but that's okay, Anthony. You did well. Look at the fireworks. Nicely done.
Thank you to Red Bomb Fireworks. Enjoy, folks.
How you doing, man? This is quite the fireworks display from Red Bomb Fireworks. Yeah, this is pretty good.
balon. PDG balon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's more. Is there more? Unbelievable. What is this display? Let's hear it for Red Bomb Fireworks. Unbelievable. That was fantastic. Thank you very much for that. We can let Mike in here. Give him a check.
Can I have his paycheck, please?
The $100 check for Mike. Congratulations, Mike. You know what I like? You know what I like about the 4 cylinders?
Sorry?
You know what I like about the 4 cylinders? Is the 4-cylinder feature winner always gets the firework display. Congratulations.
You know, I had one, I think, 2 years ago, and we actually got my whole family with the fireworks in behind, and it's a beautiful picture. So I'm happy we got a couple of pictures with the car and the fireworks tonight as well.
Yeah, I saw the pictures being taken. Hopefully they turn out for you. Listen, I was talking upstairs in the booth. What makes a 4-cylinder car a 4-cylinder car in regards to racing? Like, what do you have to do to get the car prepared to race here?
Put a cage in it.
That's it, eh? Put a cage in it, take the seats out. You take all the seats out, or what happens?
Well, there's a little bit more to it than that, but once the cage and everything is in it, you drive. Gutting the car, there's rules, obviously, what you can take out and what you can't. But for the most part, this car was something you would see on the street, maybe 25 years ago. Yeah. And I love these cars. In fact, I used to have one of these cars on the street that I drove, and I love them. So.
Well, fantastic hobby, man. And you know what? I really do enjoy watching the 4-cylinder racers. I'm going to give you this trophy to hand out. Here's your winner's sticker.
Awesome, thank you.
That's the sticker you're looking for. Congratulations, man. Thanks for coming out to the Speedway.
Sponsors, I got to thank Lettingham GM. No, I'm sorry. Lettingham GM, Oakwood Roofing, my family, and I got to put a quick shout out to Dragmart because they got me my belts 2 months ago when nobody else could.
Well, without the sponsors, you couldn't be here tonight, and that's I'm glad you mentioned them. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you. You have a good one.
Hey, Wells, you know what? I think that's about it for us for a Thursday night. We got 2 more races yet this year, though, Wells. The dates of those again are what? The 21st?
21st.
And the
28th. 28th, yeah.
Saturday afternoon. Tickets at Ticketmaster. They start at 5 o'clock. The races start at 5. So I'm going to finish up here. Thanks a lot for coming out, Wells. I'll leave the rest to you.
All right, folks, thank you so much for coming out, for enjoying all the racing and the fireworks tonight. We appreciate you. Mark your calendars for Saturday, September 21st. That's our next race day. We'll see you then. Until then, take care. Have a good night, everybody.